Coming up on this episode. Hello again, Wingman. This is TallyMouse. Welcome back to part 2 of this 3-part episode where we'll be flying 3 very scenic routes located within low-flying area number 17, which is an area rich with famous landmarks, rugged mountains, and the home to world-renowned authors and poets. If you are in unfamiliar territory, please be sure to click the link in the description below to return to part 1, so you can get your bearings before watching this part of the 3-part episode. You'll know from part 1 that we departed runway 01 at RAF Valley and headed northeast for 67 miles until we reached our start point of EGU Wharton. All low-level routes throughout LFA 17 are typically south to north to aid deconfliction with other users of the low-level environment. Our second route in this 3-part episode is much more scenic than the first, yet not quite as technical. We'll head for the peninsula located between the 2 estuaries of Ulverston, which is to the north of EGU Wharton, and Grangeover Sands to the right of the peninsula that juts out southward into Morecambe Bay. Follow the river that bisects the peninsula while making our descent into low level to intersect the southern tip of Windermere. We'll follow Windermere northwards to the northern end and then make a hard left turn at Ambleside, followed by a quick right over Grasmere. We'll follow the valley up to Thirlmere, which is popular with aviation videographers such as Rolf Johnson, links to his channel in the description below, and then take a left turn towards the town of Keswick, flying over Bassenthwaite Lake prior to exiting low level. So let's get to it. If you are enjoying this video so far, please remember to honk subscribe, click like, and slap the bell like it's a monkey trying to steal the alpha male's banana if you'd like to receive notifications about future videos. For those interested, all of my Microsoft Flight Simulator, NVIDIA, OpenXR, Pimax XR, and Pimax Play settings will be at the end of this video. As we come in over Morecambe Bay, we'll stay above 1,000 feet to provide deconfliction from the bird life that mostly inhabits the coastline. As we continue our descent, we'll be switching our external lights on with anti-collision lights set white strobe to make ourselves as visible as possible to other users of the low-level environment. We will be shifting to VHF low-level common so we can make call-outs as we progress, especially as the northern end of Windermere is popular with recreational airspace users, but that's unlikely in this weather, and we'll be switching our transponder squawk code to 7001 as that's the badge we'll be wearing in low level. That code, being UK specific, refers to a sudden military climb out of low level operations. We'll aim for 450 knots, which is 7.5 miles a minute, and we'll achieve that by hovering around 92 to 93% RPM. Weather looks clear, coming into Windermere at this time. 350, 300, level 250. Fuel check, fuel good. You have to be careful when flying over flat water, especially lakes, and especially when there is little wind, as the reflection leads to an absence of a sense of height. And if you're not careful, the next thing you know, your nostrils will be getting rapidly pressurized with high velocity water and canopy fragments. Maintaining speed 450 knots, fuel good. Bonus on the right, crossing over Bell Island, which was the inspiration for Arthur Ransom's Swallow and Amazon's book series. We'll bank left to follow Windermere up to Ambleside. On the right, you can just see the peaks above Troutbeck dusted in snow. Troutbeck will feature in part 3 of this episode. The weather ahead looks ominous, but we can still see sky, so we can climb out if we need to. Let's push on. Ambleside on the nose, preparing for the turn, on with the power. Hard left, following the A591. Dockytarn and then Grasmere, overbanking now, following the valley and road upwards towards Thirlmere. Weather looks passable, fuel good, keeping the entrance in the middle of my canopy. Nosing down into Thirlmere, speed good, level 250. How pretty is this? Banking now to go east of Great Howe. The clarity of what I'm seeing through my Pimax crystal is absolutely astonishing. It's like having 2.5 49-inch widescreen monitors stacked on top of each other that are always in front of your face wherever you look. If you'd like to buy one for yourself, you can use the link in the description below. Remember to use coupon code TallyMouse at the checkout for a delicious discount. Derwent water to the left. You can hear the clattering, rushing sound of the air over the airframe as I'm approaching 490 knots. Glancing down, I see that to be the case. Throttle back. Bassenthwaite Lake, preparing for climb out. Fuel good, weather good, valley clear. Looking good for the pull-out. Starting our climb-out procedure, undoing everything we did during the descent to low level. Switching external lights back to normal navigation, talking to air traffic and switching away from VHF low-level common and reassigning our squawk away from 7001. I hope you enjoyed flying the second, more scenic route with me in LFA 17. As promised, my NVIDIA Pimax Play, OpenXR, Pimax XR, and Microsoft Flight Simulator settings are coming up for your viewing pleasure. Okay, let's get back to EGU Wharton. See you in part 3, wingman.